Hey YouTube, what's going on? Team Phantasma here, coming at you with a Force of Will deck profile. Now, keep in mind that this is a Lapis cluster deck profile only. The reason is because I don't really play New Frontiers anymore because my locals, everybody just wants to play Lapis cluster. People don't like, people like the new cards a lot more because there's less power cards and it's more balanced and stuff like that. There's only like everything is not so powerful. It's basically the best way to put it. So yeah, that's why we're only playing Lapis Cluster. So I have like a couple Lapis Cluster decks now, and yeah, we'll still do like a Wanderer tournament once in a while, so we can get the promo and stuff like that. But other than that, we are strictly gonna play Lapis Cluster. So you probably won't see a lot of New Frontiers from me anymore. I still will do it, but at the same time, I personally am not a huge fan of New Frontiers anymore. I just don't like all the stuff that can happen in it and like all the I don't know. I just feel like it's a little too like there's not enough balance. Maybe if they did like a ban list, like they do a better ban list than just one card on it. Of course, they said they're gonna do that with like the new sets coming out. Every single set they're gonna add and take off stuff from ban lists. That's what they've said in the streams and stuff. So there's that. But yeah, let's get to the main point of this video. That's just me blabbering about what's going on. So this is my Fairy Tale deck profile. I have two decks right now for Lapis, two or three, and Millium, Charlotte's, and the Mikage are like my favorite rulers from the set and the starter decks. So I've decided, hey, what the hell? Let's just do deck profiles on them. So let's get into it. So first off, we have Millium. Millium is Grimm's son, basically, and he does pretty much almost the exact same thing as Grimm, except for it has to be light will. Because Grimm used to say like you can pay for the attribute cost of fairy tales with anything. This one you have to do light, so it's a little more restrictive, but still. Obviously energized, and then if you flip him over, which I'm doing right now, you get Voice of a New Generation Millium, and it's just whenever he goes into the field, you get a Magic Stone, and it's not tapped, so that's good. And same thing, you get to pay the attribute cost for light for Fairy Tales, and then if he attacks or blocks, you force one and get to roll, so that he can either get bigger, he can get bigger, basically. So yeah, his J Ruler side I don't think is really that relevant. When you play him for the attribute cost, Fairy Tales is they can pay for it with light. Basically, is why you play him. Yep. And then you play 10 basic light magic stones. I was playing a version before this that played Magnetic Heat Ray, which is the red and white. And the reason I was doing that was because I was playing Fairy Tale Library Alexandria in this deck. Which what it does, if you don't know, when you play this card, you choose a race, and the chosen race gains swiftness. So obviously you call Fairy Tales, and everything that you bring in has swiftness. But the problem with that is there's no good way of searching additions in Lapis Cluster yet. So it's really inconsistent, and then once you get it out, it's just you have 3 other dead cards in your deck. Like, they just don't do anything anymore, right? So it's kind of a dead card, and it didn't seem like it was worth it. And at the time when it takes up space, and I felt like I wasn't running enough 1-drops, so I like made my game state a lot slower, and then I'm like really prone to removal. So I think that this version is probably better than the light red one. The light red one's still good because you can just swarm your opponent and do like 2800 and like 2700 in like one turn because you'll just swiftness attack. But like again, I think this way is a lot better probably. It's just a really cool idea that I had at the beginning, but I just decided that this way is a lot better now. And with that, we've added in the first card of the deck, 3 Wendy. So I personally didn't like this card at first for the reason that you can't play special magic stones. I thought that was kind of like really restricting, and then I just didn't play Wendy at first because of that, and I did the red-yellow route. But now that I've come to see it's not as consistent as I would have liked, and so this just seems like a better call. Because it's a 1-drop. Plus, it flies, can't be attacked, and it recovers. Like I never thought the card was bad in by itself. I just thought that there was a cooler idea I was rolling with basically, and it just didn't turn out to work. So now I'm just going back to her, and she's still really really good. And then the other 1 cost we play 3 Tinkerbell. So Tinkerbell is just basically simply like it was in Grim, except for it's got a little bit less attack. But yeah, it's just gains 200 for each fairy tale you control, so it can get really really big and it flies. So that's the point of it. So yeah, and then move on to the 2-drop fairy tales. Obviously, Red Riding Hood. Basically, if you've been playing Lapis Cluster, you know you basically you play this in every deck. You play this almost in every single deck you play. Red Riding Hood is amazing. It's just whenever it leaves the field, you're getting something out of it. You get a stone tapped, and you ramp, and then it gets bigger to 7/7, and then after that you get swiftness, first strike, and precision when you have 7 or more magic stones. And you get 7/7 when you have 5 or more magic stones. So Red Riding Hood is just really really good. And then for Momotaro of the Sanzu River, this guy, he was like a really good concept for with the black red version, because then you just swing in and have like 900 attack, and then you just like swiftness attack, bait out all your opponent's blockers, and then just drop everything out on your opponent. But again, it's kind of inconsistent, but he's still really good though, because he's a 2-drop 6/6 body, and he can get really really big and put a lot of pressure on your opponent with those 9/9s. You have a lot of freedom with this card. You can easily use him as your bait as well in lots of your blocking situations as well. So he's really good. And then on to Cinderella. 3 light dancer or light dress. Is it light dress? Yeah, light dress. Cinderella. What is light dance? Can't read. I like this card a lot. This is probably my favorite fairy tale. I just like her mechanic basically. It's rest or recover resonator you control. This card gains flying. So basically, during your before recovery, you tap herself and then she gains flying. And whenever she deals damage, you search for a fairy tale resonator. So before anything, you just fly in at your opponent. Before you do anything on your turn, you just fly in your opponent, deal damage, and search out the required target you need to make your plays extend. So she's really really good. The only problem with her is that she's only 4/4, so she can easily be taken out by a lot of things like lightning strike, and like she's just prone to being beaten by a lot of things, because lots of 2-drops are 6/6 or higher. So not 2-drops, but just lots of things are higher. But especially lots of 2/2s are 2-drops are 6/6. So, and then 1 Hansel. I play Hansel so I can search out the magic suites, which is what it does. Is it makes it so your J Resonator gains 2/2 and it gains barrier, which means it can't be targeted by spells or abilities. I think it's really important, that card, because this deck is really prone to removal. So you need to have a way to have like protection. So yeah, this just gets you there faster. And then lastly, for the 2-drop, we play 1 Cheshire Cat. The reason I play this is because it just is another flyer, basically. It gives me another outfit for flyers, so I can block flyers, or I can use it to fly against my opponent. Plus, it gets bigger and bigger each time, because you'll like drop like a Tinkerbell in your hand, and then it'll gain flying. It'll be a 7/7 2-drop flyer, which is pretty good if you ask me. So, plus it's searchable, and why not play 1? I don't see a problem with 1. Next onto the 3-drops, we are playing 4 Glorious. This is my favorite card in Curse of the Frozen Casket. I think it is the best card. That's just my personal opinion. I just think this card is flippin' insane. It's quick cast. It can destroy a J Ruler, for Christ's sakes. Like, it's absolutely insane. I think this card is fantastic. I love it. And fun fact, there's lots of theories around this card too, saying like Glorious, because people think it's like Lars and stuff, because he's holding Excalibur. And then if you don't know the lore, it's that Charlotte, Kaguya, and Alice escaped the Ataraxia, and then Charlotte was actually holding the Memoria that contain Lars. So people think that this is Lars and he like came out and is trying to save Charlotte. I think there's kind of like an interesting I think another theory is that this is the manifestation of Faria and Lars coming together into one body protecting Charlotte. So that's kind of like my theory behind it. But yeah, I love this card. I love the theories behind it. I just like its art. There's everything about this card I love. There's not one thing I dislike about this card. I love it. And then 3 Peter Pan, Eternal Boy Peter Pan. I like Peter Pan a lot. He's a flyer, 5/6, 3-drop, and he lets you get in Wendy or Tinkerbell in faster. They just immediately come from the deck into the field. So usually you'll be picking Wendy, but in a situation like we have a big field right now and you want to put more pressure, then you'll just bring in Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell will be flipping huge. Like it'll be like a one cost 11/11 or something like that. So Peter Pan's good. And then onto this like chance and additions, and I don't think I play any additions actually. I do play additions. So chance and additions. Oh, sorry, out of the camera. So 3 Magic Suites. This is like your protection card. I think it's necessary to play this card just because this deck is prone to removal. And then 2 Dream of Flight. Basically just to make your stuff bigger and then fly in for game if you need to. It's got Remnant, so you can always cast it from the grave whenever you need. Good card. It's a good card. 2 Fairy Tale Kingdom. I like this card because it replaces itself when you play it, and then you just get more protection because it recovers your stuff at the end. So there's nothing bad about playing this card. It just replaces itself, and when at the end of your turn you recover a target fairy tale or human. So it's good. Fun fact too about this card: you can recover Millium with this card because he's a human, and it says J Resonator, so you can actually recover Millium. So you like attack with Millium, gain his attack, but then flip him back up. And then you can block, and he'll gain the force again. So, fun little fact if you didn't know. Manifestation of Power. I love this card. I think this card is great. It has so much diversity. It gets rid of one of the problematic things in Lapis Cluster's additions. Since they never leave the field, you actually have to destroy them. So this has like another like that. But also, this is like a push for game kind of card too, while also replacing itself. So, yeah, this card's good. I like it. And then 2 Zeros Magic Light, or Light Magic. It's Magic Light, okay. It's a cost 2, doesn't matter. Removes something from the game when it's attacking or blocking. What else do you want? This card's great. It's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. And then 3 more cards. We got 2 Summoning from the Fairy Tale World. So you're playing Millium, you get to search out 2 fairy tales. That's it. It's just like fantastic. Cool, I just get to search for whatever I want. Awesome. Really good card. And then lastly, 1 Retelling Stories. I like this card as a 1-up because it lets you recycle your fairy tales and draw a card. So you put whatever you want on the top and you immediately draw it. You could potentially put multiple at the top, but I don't really think of it for that situation. I just think of it as put 1 on the top, I immediately draw it to my hand. So I recycle whatever in my graveyard and get to play it again. I think it's a good thing that this thing doesn't have quick cast because I think it'd be automatically way too good. But yeah. But it kind of sucks that it's a chance, so you can only play it during the time a chant can be played, so no before recovery. But yeah, this is the deck of my Fairy Tale deck. Yeah. I just always liked Millium ever since I saw him, and that's why I wanted to build a deck around him immediately. This is the first Lapis Cluster deck I made. I do have another one that's based around her. So if people want to see more Lapis, I will do another deck profile of her. The only thing is I'm pretty sure if people watch the World's live stream that this deck is actually very similar to like the people that topped. I was kind of surprised that my list was very almost, I wouldn't say almost identical, but like very similar to the people that there's like very much tech choices are the only thing that's different. I was surprised that everybody was playing the same kind of build I was playing. I guess I just kind of had the right idea going into building the deck, so that was good. And then I took ideas from them as well because it's at Worlds, you know. Come up with my own ideas, brainstorm from other people's ideas, and then we just keep going and make beautiful, beautiful decks. Yeah, but thank you for watching this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Force of Will and Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, Team Phantasmal out. Peace, guys.